Well, for some reason the sound doesn't want to connect up today, so I'll just film it and do a bit of subtitling. Might kick in it's running fine. So it's not alright, now it's going to be wrong.
Well, it's very nice to get back to Harescombe fishery. I've only ever fished it once, and that was in the summer on Donut Lake, which I got completely wrong. But yeah, really, it was tough, but I sort of enjoyed it. Had to work hard to get a few bites. It was the same for everyone. It was good. Um, Basically, I was quite lucky in the fact that I caught a £6 carp probably 10, 15 minutes from the end, well, probably 10 minutes from the end, to be honest. And to be fair, I've been pinging maggots long to my left as long as I could get away with, and went on it with 10 minutes to go and had one. I couldn't get out there quick enough, but I never had another bite. So there we go. It paid off. There were three 11-pound weights. So without that £6 cart, I'd have been probably 10-poundish touch. Maybe it's £5. I ended up with £15, which just sneaked to second. That was a bonus in my book. But I've really enjoyed it. It's, as I said, it's a lovely venue. Nothing I can say really that's going to give anybody any help if they go there when it's fishing the way it is, other than I felt like a little strung rig just flicking it. Literally, the guy that won it, there's obviously been a lot of fish there, not taking anything away from him at all. But he's not fed anything, and he's just literally flicked a rig with maggot on the hook, and caught £49, 2 foot deep. So I think that was obviously a ball of fish there. I've pretty much done the same, to be honest. Started off just fishing over all around, sort of from 3/4 to the far bank, flicking a rig, dobbing maggots really, and a little 4B10, and sorry, 4B10. No, it was a 4B10, and I had a few little dinks and signs on that. So there was obviously a few fish sitting up in the water. I did foul hook too, but they didn't. Yeah, they weren't feeding, not in any abundance. It was just odd fish. Then I caught a couple of fish across, tapping in a few micros with a 4-minute expander on the hook, just sitting and waiting. When you got a bite, it was a proper bite, interestingly, on the pellet. It just buried. So when they decided they wanted it, they had it. On the maggot, it was a bit different. There was a few knocks and taps and things. So I tried on the bottom. I tried stringing it out and just laying it there and trying to catch through the water and all that sort of stuff, but to no avail. Never had a bite anywhere else other than across. I kept throwing maggots short, hoping that I was going to go on it and catch a few, but never had a bite. And it was interesting. There was a couple of F1s that were topping, and well, I've seen that happen in the past. When it's cold, it usually tells me they're not feeding. Don't know why. I think I've seen that at tunnel as well, when there seems to be an awful lot of F1s plopping about, but you can't get a bite. So there we go. Whether they're cleaning themselves off or doing something, I don't know. But all in all, an enjoyable day. Now, the only thing I didn't try, if I'm honest, was I didn't mix any ground bait up. I just felt, from what I'd heard, the way I'd been fishing, I just didn't fancy doing it. I don't know why. I just had that funny feeling it wasn't going to do any good. I don't think it would have made any difference. In fact, the guy to my left had a bit of ground bait, so it didn't do any harm, but it didn't make any difference, if that makes sense. Different day, it probably would, but it's very clear. You hooked a fish. I had one fish that was foul hooked up the rear end, which came off, but I could see it a long way down. You could see it was swimming backwards. Not the best thing that you want. But I cut this video very short because there's not a lot to see, and I had issues with a blinking sound on my camera, which I've just been playing around with. It's amazing how it wants to work when you get it home, but doesn't want to work when you're out the bank. I think it could be to do with the Wi-Fi signal going from my microphone to the camera. I'm not exactly sure why it doesn't want to connect properly, but I'll have to have a look at that. So I edited out a couple of the fish that I did catch by accident. I was whizzing through it so quickly, I realised I chopped out 2 of the fish that I caught. So, but it's not that exciting, trust me. So it was just a quick spin through, really. So apologies is not more to look at. Just my back really, just fishing with the long pole. Annoyingly, I did notice a little tiny dink in my number 8 section, which I have no idea when that happened. Possibly at Ivy House last Winter League. I can't remember tapping it or banging it, but you never know, do you? Sometimes you do these things without realising. So that's going in for a wrap. It's not a big dink, it's very tiny, but I just don't want to risk it because all these little dinks are like you get a little dink and you carry on using it. Before you know it, you get a crack or a hairline crack which you don't see. You go to put in a big ball of ground bait or cap in a ball of ground bait and wonder why your pole snaps, and it's because you've got a dink and you haven't seen it. So I'm going to avoid that and get it wrapped rather than cough up £333.99, I think it is, for a spare number 8. There we go. Anyway, it's enough of me blabbering on. Thanks for watching. It's very quick, and hopefully I can do something a bit more interesting. And this blimmin' weather changes, so I don't know about you guys, but I'm fed up with getting wet or getting blown off my seat box. Seems to be not settling down. As I'm looking out the window today, it's been Sunday the 26th at 4:30 in Wantage, and it has been blowing absolute hoolie and hammering down with rain. I just took the dog out for a walk in it. It was lovely. But there we go. So I'm going to finish this and might go and treat myself a cheeky pint. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I will speak to you all soon. Bye for now.
It'll be nice tomorrow.
There's only one roach in here. I didn't know whether you separate.
We'll stick them on top if you like.
Yeah, I didn't know whether you separate them or not. So.
The tiny, tiny little stuff. I'll see how big it is.
He says it's going to fall over and break the hook.
That one can stay.
Up there.
49 is
Oh,
the
gosh.
bit of a jump from the rest of it, I guess.
That is £15 one. We'll just have a quick pick.
Yeah, of course.
What's that in a minute? In a second.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Lovely job.
Yeah,
Cheers.
thank you.
Ty.
Now look, first 3 fish. Then I can get a bite, so he's had a couple of decent fish.
Right, okay.
You're currently second.
Oh, right. You have to 49? Yeah. Oh, just feed it. You catch a maggot or can it? Maggot. Have to turn that rubbish off.